I'm joined by Jonathan Carlson, our investigator up here over top of this bridge right now. Jonathan, obviously this road is not ready to drive anytime soon. It's going to be a mess for days to come. You've been looking into the state of the roads and when it will be safe for drivers out there.
Well, as you mentioned, the rain is not helping anything, but if you take a look at the roads right now, you can see some progress is being made. However, don't let that fool you. As we learned today, we are not nearly out of the woods yet. Here's why. MDOT says there's nowhere for this water to go, so it could be some time before it recedes. But when that happens, don't expect the roads to open. I-696 and 75 is the state's busiest interchange, and erosion under all that water could mean big trouble. Inspectors can't do their work to evaluate the structural damage until all the water's gone and mud cleaned up.
So to figure out when and where the inspectors are going to go, that's a little bit further down the road. We're still in the emergency, almost the triage section of this emergency.
Just one car or truck on an eroded stretch of highway could be disastrous.
They'll do soil testing to make sure the ground steady, safe, secure to hold the weight of the rebuilding. Engineers will make sure the bridges are safe. Are they able to support the weight?
We asked MDOT if the poor state of our roads has contributed to the erosion problem. The answer? Possibly.
We need long-term funding for our infrastructure. If we had a more current, better, more modern infrastructure.
Now, this isn't the only area that could be closed for a long time. Of course, the Southfield Freeway also closed for a long time, and it could be for a while. MDOT telling us, Stephen, that they want people to go to their website. That's where they can check out exactly which roads are closed, which roads are open. A lot of people have been coming up to us wondering, where can I go, where can I not go?
Now, if there's one plus from all this, I talked to MSP a few minutes ago, and they said there have been very, very, very few accidents of any kind across the area today. People after last night have been driving slowly, if they're driving at all, so there's the plus side, is that the people are staying off the roads and staying safe today. Of course, anytime there is storm damages like this, and as we take a look at some of the damage we've seen across the area, I mean, this intersection, we're at 75 rather, and 696. This is not the only spot across town that had problems. The Southfield Freeway had some problems. The Lodge, just about every major thoroughfare last night had closures and flooding in some part of it. And of course, when you have that kind of flooding and storm damage, there's always concern about the lasting effects on the infrastructure, the bridges, the roads. Matter of fact, behind us, we've had an entire road undermined right next to a pumping station. So what's going to happen with that? Well, Heather Cataldo has been on that story all day. She's standing by in Clinton Township right now, where she is standing by to tell us what Mark Hackle, the executive there, has said about this. Heather?
That's right, Stephen. Let me just show you the flooding that's behind me. We're along Clinton River Road. Take a look at all of this water. This is all going to flow towards the Clinton River, and Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle is here with me. Mark, tell me, what is your main concern beyond just this kind of water damage?
Well, this is going to be, we know that people's basements are going to, the recess into the water as well as the roads. People are going to be traveling and they're going to clean up their basements, but the reality of this flood is compromise our infrastructure. The problems we're already having with our roads, boy, that's going to be for weeks and months and years to come. This compromise is going to be a telling thing for our roads as well as the actual storm drains. But more importantly, what about our water quality? That has been compromised as well. All this runoff is part of what's going to compromise the water quality here in the Clinton River and in Lake St. Clair. But again, most people don't realize when they do this discharge from these municipal treatment plants, that goes into the watershed as well. And so now we got a concern with that. So I'm going to be working with our legislators trying to figure out if there's a root cause committee that we can put together to figure out if there's funding to deal with some of these issues and mitigate the problems with our water quality. This is going to highlight that and really create the emphasis to say, hey, we need to be very concerned about the Great Lakes waterways here in Michigan, and in particular our Lake St. Clair waterways.
All right, thank you so much for joining us live. Stephen, back to you.